Hello everybody, we are back. I believe this is round 16 or 17 in the SRL Championship. Regardless, the title should have it correctly. I made sure of that this time. Probably still fucked that up. And yeah, you're seeing my last qualifying run. I'm qualifying here at Palace of Speed, known as Monza. Almost forgot it for a second. And yeah, this is a track that, it's a cool track in real life, but in the game it's just Slipstream City. It's extremely hard to break away, extremely easy for slower cars behind to follow, and it's also a track that's very pad disadvantaged because all but 3 corners on the track are part of chicanes where a pad player just will lose time to a good wheel player. So, yeah, my two least favorite things together. Pad disadvantage track mixed with heavy slipstream track equals Monza. So yeah, this is always one of the ones I mark on the calendar in the league for, this is a trouble spot. But hopefully we'll do all right here. I had a really good league race a couple weeks prior on this track. Stay tuned for that when I start posting the videos from the weekend night racing season, which was the demerger from Hyperdrive. And yeah, that probably the most entertaining video I've ever posted in terms of league racing recaps will be that video. So stay tuned for that one, folks. It is a banger. But we are coming now to the line and setting a fastest lap. I thought that was my outlap. Whoops. Okay. My brain's all scrambled. Give me a break here. So yeah, at Spa, not a track I'm looking forward to, but I feel confident in how I've been playing on this track. Nailed our lap, and we will see what happens as qualifying concludes. You'll see here, I kind of skip out of it quickly. We get pole position by just under 0.2 of a second over Free Abile. Did a pretty decent lap there in qualifying. Pretty happy with it. And yeah, I also forgot to mention, at this point, we have regained the championship lead, the Drivers' Championship. And yeah, Constructors is still looking like a record-breaking season for us. We are just mopping the floor with the Constructors standings. So really my goal here was to, well, hopefully win. My goal is always to win in this league. But yeah, just extend that points lead, not have any bullshit come into play and maybe threaten our championship league again. I know Constructors, we don't have anything to worry about. So yeah, just hoping to get through what I am expecting going to be a shit show of a race. As we fast forward to the start of the race, we'll be running the same strategy for the same reason, just like every other track in the entire game. We get a decent launch off the grid. Actually, we get a great launch. You can see the proximity arrows slowly dissipate. We head into turn 1, clip the apex, no one's alongside us, and we get away scot clean in turn 1, which is massive. Now I control the pace. I'm burning ERS early because I've seen the proximity arrows disappear, and I'm thinking, okay, so this is a moment for me to break the DRS in this race. If I have a couple tenths of a second a lap pace advantage and I'm out front, if I break this DRS, unless if I fuck up, the race is over in one win. So really hoping that I can take advantage of maybe cars battling behind here early on now that I've got a great start. Break that 1 second barrier. Have one of our boring wins, but we will see how that plays out as we've got some decent competition behind us. We have Oleski behind us. We have Free Abile behind us. I don't remember who else is behind me, but yeah, it's still tough competition behind us, especially on a track like this where, like I said, it's very easy to follow and pad is a disadvantage. But this is a fantastic start as we come around Parabolical. And we will lead lap 1 in this race on the hard tires, as always. And yeah, hopefully we can break that 1 second barrier by the time the DRS is activated. You can see the gap behind. We've burned a decent amount of ERS on lap 1, not too much. And yeah, we are really opening up that gap. So coming out of the first chicane, nail it. We're going to click on the ERS, use it as we approach the second chicane, and just try to open up that gap a little bit more. Really want to get out of the DRS if we have the opportunity to, which I believe we do right now. Fast forwarding to the end of the lap, start of lap 3. This is where DRS is going to get activated. I look behind me, Oleski sets a faster lap behind me, but you can see I am outside of the 1 second barrier, which is the most important thing. So this is absolutely huge for a race. And I still have in the mid-60s in ERS to help extend that advantage or keep him out of the 1 second buffer. Yeah, everything is going really great right now. So as long as I just manage my ERS and manage the gap, don't make any dumb mistakes, we are in control of this race, at least until the very likely safety car eventually comes out. You can see there as I was looking behind there for a split second, the gap's pretty big. I've opened up the gap. Yeah, it's been boring. Luke puts in the fastest time of the race. Senna crashes again, like he does in every single race. And that has brought out the safety car at a terrible fucking time, because everyone that's on the medium tires can make it to the end on hards, and none of the hard runners can make it to the end on mediums. So, fuck me. Luckily, there's probably a chance of another safety car at some point, which at this point, the race is out of my hands. I had this race in the bag, in control, outside the DRS. This race was over. But now, this race is over in the opposite direction, as in, I will not be winning this race unless another safety car comes out, because this is just absolutely handed the win to the guys that started on the medium tires, if they can make it to the end. They are right on the cusp of being able to make it to the end. I'm sorry, with the hard tires, going from mediums to hards. Yeah, they're right on the cusp of being able to make it. Pitting was not the correct decision there. You would have to rely on another safety car, which I never do. I mean, it's just a guessing game at this point, and it kind of really sucks that, you know, this race is going to come down to luck more than skill. And it also sucks that the amount of DNFs that the Aston Martin team has in this league this season is probably higher than money I have in my bank account. Getting ready to go green here. I do a little bit of an early launch heading into Parabolical to catch the opposition off guard, as we always try to do with our restarts. You can see we get a decent gap to Freya Belay behind us. And we're going to hope to do the same thing we did last time, break that 1 second barrier pretty early, and yeah, hopefully have something go our way to allow us to get back into this race, because, you know, otherwise we are pretty fucked right now. And yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword right now, because if another safety car comes out, then the people that just pit will then be able to extend those medium tires to the end of the race. But if the safety car doesn't come out, then I'm going to have to make a green flag pit stop, while the people that pit from mediums to hards will be able to make it to. It's just a mess of a race right now. That safety car came out at an awful time. So yeah, we just got to control what we can control and just see how things play out and just focus as much as we can on our own race. We fast forward a little bit here. Still lap 13. Nick Van Helger is out of the session. And that's going to be another safety car, which, again, is kind of, I mean, we got a safety car, so at least we can pit under safety car now. But now, all those people that just pit from the hards to the mediums on the first safety car, those mediums weren't going to be able to make it to the end of the race. But now, because they can save those tires for 3 laps under the safety car, now all of a sudden those mediums can go to the end of the race. So now we're in a position where the race was handed to those people. So yeah, again, there was 3 kind of different dynamics going on. People that didn't pit, like me, that started on hards. People that pit to the mediums that couldn't make it to the end, but now can make it to the end. Or you got those people that pit from the mediums to the hards on the first safety car. They would be slow in the second half of the race, but be able to make it to the end without a green flag pit stop nonetheless. And at absolutely no fault of our own, we have gotten the shit end of the stick in this race. 2 terribly timed safety cars by drivers regularly DNFing and ruining the race for those at the front of the pack, which never happens in SRL, right? Now we have to play a game of surviving in the SRL midfield while trying to make our way back to the front of the grid. I have no idea what the hell's going on with this restart. We have to let Dion go there. And yeah, we're back under green now. I'm hoping to just stay out of the inevitable carnage that is going to happen. You see cars absolutely everywhere as we head into turn 1. Someone diving down the inside. I get hit in the ass. There's nowhere to go. I have to cut through the chicane as best I can. Luckily, Dion takes out all the pylons for me, or styrofoam, whatever the fuck they are. We do lose time through that chicane, which sucks. A little bit of a lag spike there, which was a little worrying in the heat of the moment. So yeah, we settle into P10, 9 positions to make up in the rest of this race, and I think we have 12 laps, including this one, to do it. Williams goes very wide through the corner on hard tires, so we're going to be able to get one of those spots rather quickly. Compromise our run into the second Lesmo a little bit, though, so hopefully it doesn't catch us back up in the straight, but it looks like that isn't going to be the case. See cars fighting ahead as we head into the Ascari chicane. Hopefully one of them makes a mistake and gives us another free position. Doesn't seem to happen, so we're going to slot the P9 here. We were leading on for an easy win, and now we are in for just scraping by whatever we can. Poorly timed safety cars have really fucked us in this one, but still plenty of time to make up a lot of positions, so hopefully we can at least make an entertaining video out of it. We get a great run out of the final corner. Got the slipstream. Going to be able to pass Dion's stall going into turn 1. Hopefully there isn't another mess in turn 1. There isn't. Ooh, my teammate gets pushed out wide, and I'm able to pass both him and the other Williams. So that ended up playing out decently for us, and we are up in the P6 already after the restart, already gaining 4 positions. People battling into the second chicane. And yeah, this will give us an opportunity to maybe make another overtake here since the safety cars come in. Almost going to the back of Sandro. Got my teammate right up my chuff. He's going to be looking to get by me at any point. A little bit of skipping there for Sandro. We're going to try to come around the outside. He has now left the session, so his AI has taken over. And his AI is going to defend like an absolute lion, which is going to hold us up from the cars ahead as the DRS will get activated at the end of this lap. And that's really going to suck when I got people within 1 second behind me, but I don't have anybody within 1 second ahead to pull me forward. Oleski sets the fastest lap of the race. He's really benefited from the terrible safety car luck that we've had. And we are now 3 wide with Sandro's Ghost and Tim. This is really just making us, we lost a position now to our teammate. This is really just holding us up. This is absolutely terrible for our chances of coming back in this race. Finally, we have the space and grip to get by them, and now we got to run our teammate back down as we are down into P6. Fast forward to the end of lap 18. Our teammate has cut the car ahead. I've caught my teammate. We're going to have a little bit of a 3-way battle here. So hopefully this will be another position for us. We are gaining rapidly on the McLaren ahead with the DRS. We're going to get by him, and that will be us up into P5 if we can stick it in the first chicane, which we do. Hit the curb on the inside. Makes us lose some time there. Not going to be able to get our teammate on this occasion, but in a decent position still to hopefully have a great finish here. I mean, I still really want the win. I feel like I definitely deserve the win. And I'm definitely mad at this point that I'm getting absolutely mugged in this race, but hey, anything can still happen. Could catch up the rest of the field because we are the quickest car on track. Could have another safety car to bring everyone back together. We will see what happens as this race pans out. We'll have the DRS on our teammate. You can see him using DRS heavily out of that corner though, so we don't overtake him. Fine by me. I would just let him tow me along a little bit. And then maybe heading into turn 1, I would be close enough to make a move as I will have a nice long DRS stretch there. Don't have the greatest run through Ascari though, so I'm going to use some ERS to get as close as possible to him. And again, going to be trying to make that room as we head into turn 1. Definitely going to be a longer straight, easier to do it than heading down into Ascari. But again, he gets a good exit. Gets on the ERS rather quickly, so that's going to make it hard to be able to overtake on him, and it looks like we're not going to make it happen here. Going to have to be patient here. Teammates showing some pace, but at least we are catching up to the group ahead rather quickly. Fast forward to the end of the lap, I can see the light blinking on my teammate's car, which means he is under 10% ERS. He is burning all the battery to try to stay ahead of me. He really wants to try to gain some points back on me in this championship now that we have the lead. But with him having no battery and us having some battery, that's going to allow us an opportunity to make an overtake on him. Doesn't look like he's going to fight it too hard. We're going to slot down the inside of turn 1. The Mercedes ahead makes a mistake, and he is under 10% ERS. So we are definitely going to get our foot on the gas, finger on the button, or whatever the fuck I'm saying. You get what I mean. Using the ERS down this straight. Well, kind of straight. There is a turn there, but it's not really much of a corner in an F1 car. Get the pass done, and now we are up into the podium positions. Still 2 positions to claw back if I want to win this one, but we've got ourselves from P10 back up into P3 with 7 laps to go. It would take quite a few laps to be able to catch up to Friabile. He's got some decent pace, but he is empty on the ERS. You can see under 10%. Light is blinking. Not only does he have no ERS, but the ERS he does have is weaker when it's under 10%. It's E rating, they call it. And we will be hoping to hopefully get the move done on him. It looks like Oleski is too far up the road for us to be able to fight for the race win. Now on lap 26, there's no chance of a safety car, so we are going to be fucked out of luck on this one. A little bit of a lockup by Friab heading into turn 1. But out of turn 2, we get a decent exit. He gets a decent exit as well. He looks like he might be able to hold us up for now, but we should be able to get him sooner rather than later. We are right up his butt coming out of the second Lesmo. We're going to have the DRS, gaining on him rather quickly. This is going to be an easy overtake for us. We get pinched to the inside, just gives us enough room. We're going to make it stick as we're tight on the brakes. And with the ERS advantage, we are going to use it down the front stretch to ensure that we hold on to this P2. But with the DRS behind, he might be able to claw this position back. So we still have a fight on our hands. Coming out parabolical. Don't want to spin the car, getting too aggressive on the throttle. Let the ERS and the lack of downforce do the work for me down the front stretch. Now I'm under 10% battery at this point, but he's been under 10% battery. He's going to be able to gain on us, but there isn't going to be enough time on the straightaway for him to catch us. We're going to be able to keep him behind. And you can see we are actually gaining on Oleski here. I don't know what was going on with him, but he was struggling here at the end of the race, probably because his tires are extremely worn out. So maybe there's a shot in the dark that we can somehow get up to him at the end of this race. It's kind of reminiscent of when the AlphaTauri won at Monza a few years ago, that he was getting run down right at the end of the race, but we will see if he's able to hold on here with just half a lap to go and about a 2-second gap up the road. It is going to be really hard to make that kind of a gap up in this short amount of time. I do not have any DRS straights left, and it looks like it's not going to be able to happen, but you never know. A mistake could happen by anyone through Ascari at the end, but we keep our nose clean. He has a slow Ascari, but we're not going to be close enough to be able to get him. And yeah, it looks like we are going to lose this race. It's going to be P2 for us. We're going to extend our championship lead. But yeah, another very irritating race where we are absolutely dominant in qualifying, absolutely dominant in the race, breaking out of the DRS twice at Monza, just to have the race absolutely robbed for us at no fault of our own. Same old song and dance like every other race we haven't won this season. Still haven't been beaten on pace yet this season, but yet we haven't even won half the races, which just goes to show how much of a shit show it has been. Yeah, I was really pissed off after this one. I had a great performance at a very difficult pad track. And yeah, those safety cars fucked me multiple ways. Like, Oleski pit from the hards to the mediums on the first safety car. Never would have been able to make it to the end, but that second safety car helped him save those tires and just handed him the race. It's an irritating one. Just everything went wrong, possibly for me, short of someone crashing me out. But it's another podium, but not another win for us. Friabile takes home third place, our teammate in fourth, so we gain some points on him in the championship. We extend our points lead in the Constructors' Championship. And that is going to be all for this one. Our next
Oh, no,
race
I'm
will be
fucking
at
pissed. I'm nominated for
Azerbaijan,
full
a
race
track
just
that
because
is
the fucking safety
very
cars.
strong for me. I've had great success in league
Made the
racing
correct
and
decision under every
all
safety
years
car
of
too.
games there. And I'll be hoping to get back to
Nothing
winning
wrong with the whole game.
ways on that track. So
Fucking 4 laps of
see you
extra
guys in the next
fuel.
one.
Overtake